saying that it's impolite to talk about religion and politics. So, of course, I'm going to talk about both. Because we're living in impolite times with impolite people who've made life miserable for many of us. Religion and politics are an important part of my story. See, I grew up in a Republican family, a very active Republican family in New Hampshire. It was normal for us to have Republican presidential candidates in our living room every 4 years because that's how you campaign for president in New Hampshire. My parents never left the Republican Party, even after I came out. Instead, my mom became a pain in the ass to the Republicans. She was fearless. One time, the Republican National Committee called the House. It was back when Mitt Romney was running against Barack Obama for the presidency. This guy gets my mom on the phone, and he starts, "Barack Obama, blah, 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 blah." My mom waited for him to take a breath. "Well, I think he's great. And I knew George and Lenore Romney, Mitt Romney's parents, and Mitt has been a very bad boy." It's true, by the way. She did know George and Lenore Romney. My mom had been one of the managers of George Romney's campaign in New Hampshire when he ran for president in 1968, the year I was born. Lenore Romney came to see my mom at the hospital. She comes into the room, reporters in tow, "Must follow candidate's wife." She congratulated my mother. "Oh, Peggy, you had a girl. At last, someone to humanize your family." Telling my dad that I was queer, that was probably one of the scariest times of my coming out. See, my dad had been the judge in our hometown, and he had a Calvinist upbringing. I was afraid I was going to be a great disappointment to him. My mom arranged the phone call between us. "Bud, Susan has something to tell you." That's subtle, right? I started to cry. Dad, I'm a lesbian." There was a long pause. My partner held me as we waited for my dad's response. "Well, who's to say Jesus Christ wasn't gay?" I was blown away. And then I started to visualize the Pride Parade in heaven. Okay, so you got David and Jonathan holding hands, marching, waving pride flags. Then you've got Mary and Martha riding around on motorcycles with the dykes on bikes. And then there would be Jesus, walking with his mother Mary as she's holding a P flag banner and sobbing, "I love my gay son." That's the kind of heaven I'm talking about. That's the kind of heaven that I want to share with that queer kid, wondering if such a place exists for them.